I had somebody at a comedy club reach out to me recently and wanted to know when we're in Los Angeles for the Super Bowl if Todd is going to get back on stage. And I don't know if the person at the comedy club was asking Todd not to get back on stage, but it felt like there was hey, I'm curious, is Todd going to do stand-up out here?
So they can be closed that week. They could put the put the cones out.
Are you, have you officially retired as a stand-up comedian?
I don't want to say officially retired because that's very locked and set, but I have no immediate plans in the near future to do that. But I don't want to. I know that's a wishy-washy on the fence response.
Yeah,
but,
no, that's your typical.
But I don't want to say for the rest of my life I'm never going to do stand-up. But
because that would really be like binding, Todd, if you did say, "Nah, I'm pretty much done with it," and then you decided to do it again.
I like to be a man of my word, and I don't want to say. And then it comes back to haunt me. You said you're not that anyone would care. You said you're not going to do stand-up anymore, and I saw that you did it at the Yuck Yuck Club in Santa Ana.
Who's going to say that?
Probably nobody.
What person in this entire planet is going to be like, "Hey, you said you were retired, and now you're at Funny Bone"?
I would think no one.
No one is going to. No one. We're the only ones who have any interest in it or care. And we barely have interest in it.
And it's for the wrong reasons. It's the encouragement so I could fall flat on my face and say, oh, another disaster for you.
I want you to succeed. I can't sit there like I did at Caroline's in New York.
That was a wasted evening for
That
you guys.
hurt me. That hurt. It was so... It was painful.
Hurt because you felt bad for me, or
yes.
hurt because I could have gone to dinner. I had so many other things I could have done that
night. It hurt me. I just answered it. It hurt me because it was a rough 5 minutes.
Well, I appreciate that, but it was still, you know what? It was still an experience, and very few people can say they've been on some of the stages that you've made connections and allowed me to be on. So that I appreciate that much because that's pretty awesome.
I would like for you to go out with one of those, oh my God. Do you remember when Fritzy did his last stand-up act? Like the retirement show? I mean, come on.
But isn't it nice? I could always say, like a resume thing, I performed at Caroline's.
I know,
I don't have to put in parentheses, but no one laughed. Or
But wouldn't you like to say that I made people laugh at Caroline's?
I would. I would love to have some kind of tape, and if I ever wanted to pursue this further, look how they were cracking up at the Comedy Store on the Sunset Strip in Hollywood. How great was that?
Yeah, Seton.
What if each of us had to do 5 minutes and Todd was the headliner? Ladies and gentlemen, the moment you've all been waiting for, Todd Fritz. Because then, we could all go up there and bomb before Todd. And
yeah, but what if one of us is actually good?
Yeah, right.
And I would be Ubering out of there in a second back to the hotel.
Okay, just so people know, because I always hear people saying, oh, you're so mean to Todd. And I go, I offered to get Adam Sandler, David Spade. Spade said yes to write you 5 minutes of stand-up. And you declined.
Yeah, I think it was a combination of that I got nervous and also that some kind of pride of like wanting to, that you came up with the jokes as opposed to just relating, the material.
Do you know that?
But I know everyone that does that.
All of the great comedians have people who help them.
I know. I see the credits after like these comedy specials, and there's like so many writers that came up with the jokes, and then Chris Rock or whoever just happens to perform them. But to me, I always felt like it should be stuff that you came up with, your original material.
I think we've been down this road before. That doesn't turn out well.
It does not.
So at what point do you go, hey, nope, I'm going to continue to do it my way?
I need to be less stubborn, and some of these big heavy hitters, if they're willing to do something like that for little old me, I should embrace that. You're right.
But you don't. Why do you say it like I should or I could be better? Like you never do it. I want you to succeed.
I would love to get material from Adam Sandler and David Spade and those guys.
Who believes Todd?
He's saying that because you're saying it to him now.
Oh, I know.
And then he won't do it. He'll write his own stuff. It'll go.
No, he won't even do it.
But see, I completely agree with Todd. What's the fun in having like some of the greatest stand-up comics write jokes for him to then get up and do it? Then it's like he's just doing somebody else's lines. Him trying to come up with the material.
They
is
all
the best
do
part.
that. Kevin Hart has a team of writers. Sandman, when he does his stand-up routine, they have a team of writers.
It could be a combo. Let's say you had David Spade, who offered to. I've got the email from Spade. Spade said he would take Todd's material and rework it to add comedy punch. Spade says you can make one word go in another place in the line on the sentence, and it changes the whole joke.
And now that's something completely different. If they're helping Todd with the material rather than writing the material for Todd, that's totally different.
But you've never written down your material.
I wrote things on index cards and like I paraphrased stuff because I was concerned if I memorized it, then I would panic and forget and say things out of order. But you wouldn't want someone to like write your Hall of Fame broadcasting speech for you.
Yes, I would.
You would.
Yes, if they could write it better than I could write it, absolutely.
But why would they write it better than you? No one knows you better than you and the experiences you've had that led up to
But I'm
this.
not trying to get up there and talk about random things. I'm talking about my career. That's different.
You know, I think if you did stand up, and I'm not putting you on the spot here, I think you would be very, very good at that because you're very, very funny. Have you ever considered that? Because when you do speeches at the weddings or whatever and talk to people in general, even live on the air with our guests, you know, you crack people up without even realizing it or trying half the time. Imagine if you actually sat down and put a little bit together.
Yeah, but I don't aspire to be a stand-up comedian.
I know. You all know I love. There's nothing more I enjoy more than making people laugh.
Don't
Which I'm
change
yet
the
to
topic.
do.